Welcome back to Foothills Firewood, guys. My name's Britt, and we're out in the Woodyard today. I've got a special treat, a species that I do not often get, and every time I do get it, I'm in heaven. We're gonna bust it up on the Wolferidge Pro 28C. Let's get it. All right, y'all, we're out in the Woodyard, and today's special treat, at least to myself, is a double load of apple wood. It is very rare that I get apple, and when I do, it's oftentimes just limb wood, not quite large enough to do a whole lot with. Of course, I'll burn it myself, and if there is enough, I would sell it as cooking wood. I do sell a fair amount of my business is cooking wood. So I separate cherry, pecan, hickory, oak, and then apple when I get it. Sometimes people ask for maple, but I generally sell maple. We have a fair amount of maple around here. I generally sell maple as just standard firewood. With that being said, I usually do not have apple, and I get so little of it that when I do get it, I just end up using it myself in my smoker in the backyard. So I was fortunate enough to get two pretty good sized trees. One of them was a 28 inch stump, so it was a great sized tree. Even the limb wood was really good. I think a lot of the problems with apple in regards to getting enough of it to produce any firewood or to produce any cooking wood is that apple tends to grow, even if you get a large apple tree, an old growth apple tree, it tends to grow even 2 and 3 feet at the base in diameter, but it only goes up 3 or 4 feet before it turns into branches, and then it's just all tops. So I was fortunate enough to get this one tree that was a pretty decent sized tree. Like I said, even the limb wood was of good size to be split down. So when it comes to cooking wood, I'll take anything, 5 to 6 inches or bigger, and at least half it. I always split it at least once, and of course the bigger stuff I'll split down. But we're going to take a look at this stuff and pop it up on the Wolferidge Pro 28C and make big pieces, small pieces. Let's go. So we're really going to be battling the sun here. I'm not sure how well this is even going to come out on the camera, but apple is a beautiful, beautiful wood. It has a very dark heartwood to it. And I should also mention this, when it comes to cooking wood, you guys will see some rot right here, and a few of the pieces you're going to see some rot. When it comes to the cooking wood, I don't get enough of it to say no. When I get cherry, when I get apple, hickory, any of that stuff, if it has a rotten core, I'll take it, I'll put in the work to make premium pieces, and I'll cut all that rot out. Like I said, I just don't get enough to turn the load down. So you will see some of this stuff have a hollow core like this right here, but I can tell you this piece right here is going to be a beautiful piece of wood. Same with this piece. So I will take these, do a little more work to them, whereas if this were an elm tree or a sweet gum tree or something like that, maybe I would pass on the load. I do not say no to apple. So I'm gonna put you guys up over here, get this thing cranked up, and let's divide some of this wood. All right, y'all, so we are going to be done splitting for this evening. The sun has actually crested the trees and it's only like 6 o'clock. So winter is definitely coming. As much as I love this break in the weather and these nice 40 and 50 degree nights and 70 degree days, I do hate the amount of daylight we get. As you can see, I already have the lights on here in the woodshed. But what we have here, and I hope it'll show on camera, is a nice, robust, very full 275 gallon IBC tote of apple. And this stuff is just absolutely stunning. I mean, the heartwood is beautiful. I've got some right here, see if this shows. Just a beautiful brown color. And again, here's a piece right here. It might show on the camera, but you've got this nice brown heartwood and you've got this white sapwood. And then right here on the, I'm gonna call this the cambium layer here, is just this nice little pink purple color. Just an absolutely stunning wood to smell, burn, and look at. Interestingly enough, I think a lot of people don't know how good of a firewood apple is because it is not a plentiful source of firewood. Usually apple trees don't get gigantic. They end up being all tops. A lot of limb wood, a lot of brush. But apple wood has a very good burn time. It has very high BTUs. So to give you an example, apple wood usually on the charts that I've noted are in between 26 and 28 million BTUs per cord. We're talking white oak to hickory range in regards to heat output. So if you do come across some of this and have zero incentive to sell it or use it as cooking wood, it is an amazing firewood. I am currently stacking in totes. This is kind of new for me, guys. I don't know if y'all saw the chaos we have back there. I just recently linked up with a company nearby, local to us, and they're telling me that they used to pay somebody hourly rates to go out to the dock and cut these things into pieces with a sawzall to put them in the dumpster. Needless to say, when I found that out, we pumped the brakes on that real quick. I told them not to do that anymore and to call your boy here and I would come pick those things up. Which is also interesting because if you know me, I don't have a tractor. And this is the part where my wife can stop watching the video if she's made it this far. Yet. Don't have a tractor yet. So, yeah. Maybe if I just get like 75 of these totes and scatter them full of wood across the yard, she'll be like, what's your plan? And we can have the conversation of, I think I'm going to get a tractor soon. I have been softly browsing Facebook Marketplace. I see quite a few front-end loaders, which is what I'm looking for, in the $5,000 to $9,000 range, anywhere from like 60s, 70s, 80s models. Was looking one maybe 30 minutes down the road. It's a Oliver, maybe 1365. It's like a 45 or 49 horsepower tractor, which I think I'm gonna need in regard to having a robust enough hydraulic setup to lift green totes of oak or hickory or even apple. I mean, none of this stuff's light. We're out here in the South cutting hardwoods. So yeah, we'll see where that ends up. Maybe sometime next year we will have an addition to the Woodyard. We'll have to check it out. We'll have to see. Right now I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here, loading the yard up with things that I can't really move around myself and praying for the best. I do have a great friend down the road who has a tractor, and he is gracious enough to come down here and move some of these totes around for me. I'm going to end up stacking them probably too high and putting a cap on them so they can dry. And he comes down here and, 15-20 minutes we get this stuff moved around. So again, he's nice enough to do that. Our kids get to play together. They have a good time. So I don't have a specific plan. I'm just working out of this little corner until it is unworkable, and then I will move from there, because the plan that I had before that was not working. I touch the wood way too many times. I'm not trying to make any massive, profit. I'm not trying to, touch the wood no times. I don't have a conveyor. I don't have all these things. So basically I put the wood on the splitter, touch. I take the wood off the splitter, touch, pack it into a trailer, haul it to the backyard with my ATV, touch it again to get it out and stack it. So nothing about what I do is efficient. Clearly I do this because I enjoy it. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys were able to enjoy the beauty that is this apple wood as much as I could. I know you can't smell it, but trust me when I tell you, the whole wood yard smells amazing. Apple and cherry and hickory, those three, man, when I'm splitting those out in the wood yard, I could just sit there and snort air all day long. You know what I'm talking about if you cut firewood. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate all the likes, the subscribes, the shares, the comments. If you guys have any comments, drop them down in the comment box. And until next time, we're out here having fun. Thanks for watching.